Welcome into this week's episode of SC Shenanigans. I'm your host, Ken Shumway. As has been stated before, nothing is certain. Stats and records cannot be fully counted on when it comes to rivalry week. But one thing we did learn is that ESPN doesn't know the definition of the word imminent.
I have the definition, please.
The Bayou Bengals went to Norman hoping to spoil the Sooners' playoff plans, and for the vast majority of the game, it looked like they may just do it. With the game tied at 3 going into the half and LSU having the lead until the last 4 minutes of the game, it came down to Oklahoma's defense to stop the Tigers on their final drive to overcome John Mateer's 3 interceptions. Commodores sailed north to Knoxville seeking to finish their regular season with a win. Smokey was hot on Vandy's trail but lost the scent in the second half. Though both teams' stats were relatively close and Diego Pavia threw 2 picks, Vandy was much better at moving the ball on the ground and thus was able to drop anchor on the Vols and take home the rivalry win this week. Accidents and mistakes finally got caught. In a game that couldn't be much more evenly played, the Longhorns handed the Aggies their only loss of the season and kept them out of the SEC championship game. Most of the stats were neck and neck, but A&M allowed more scoring plays, especially in the second half, which ultimately gave the Horns the win and Coach Mike Elko a case of the curmudgeons at a post-game press conference. This year's Iron Bowl was another statistical oddity. Auburn had over 150 more total yards, 130 more passing yards than the Tide, but this one came down to an interception and a fumble that gave Alabama the needed momentum shift at the right times. The Tide did play a sloppy game, and especially on defense, but they somehow overcame the Jordan-Hare juju and got their 6th straight Iron Bowl win. Tensions were high in this year's Egg Bowl. Mississippi State sought to stop the Rebels' postseason progress, and Ole Miss had both a playoff berth and potential SEC championship game appearance on the line. Trinidad Chambliss and the Rebels came away with a statement win, even with his jersey being stolen from the locker room twice. A bench-clearing altercation that included Mississippi State's athletic director. Ole Miss now waits to see whom their first-round opponent will be in the playoffs this year. But the biggest story of this week also involves Ole Miss, and that is Betty Crocker's departure from a playoff program that he built to a limp-along LSU, which has many Ole Miss fans feeling a myriad of emotions.
Oh no! We suck again! Cut his head off!
That does it for this week's episode. You stay classy, SEC.